there, Latin one. Welcome back. Here we are, chapter 18. This is going to be one of those chapters that's really, really important. So you're going to come back to this one a lot, quite often, because you're about to learn a new tense. But for right now, we're just going to go over the glossary. So, praekuro, praekurara. Praekuro, praekurara. Now that's kuro, kurara, which is to run. Prae means in front of. To run in front of someone is to run ahead of them. So to run ahead. Okay. This is where we get precursor from. All right. Homo hominis. Homo hominis. This is what I've been telling you about since we met Davus. This means man. This is like a lower class man. This is a guy. This is a person. Okay, because sometimes this can mean people. This is where we get hominid from. This is where we get Homo habilis, Homo sapiens, and all those kinds of things. Se praecipitant. Se praecipitant. So this is one of those reflexive verbs that I talked about back in chapter 12 or 13, where you do the verb to yourself. So they hurl themselves. And praecipio is to seize in front of, so in other words, to throw. Fugio Fugura. I feel like we've seen this one before. Fugio Fugura. That's where we get refugee, refuge, fugitive, things like that. Manum. Manum. Just memorize this one. Don't make a card for it just yet. He canes. He canes. Okay? So he means these. It's the plural of hic. Canes is from canis, canis, as we've seen, which means dog, so these dogs. Modo. Modo. Now notice that modo here has no macrons over it. That means this is adverbial. This means only. Okay? And I think that's what pie a la mode is. It's only with some ice cream. I might have made that up. Kauda Kaudai. Kauda Kaudai. Now, in music, and when we talk about a return to coda, apparently that's like a little tail, and it tells you to come back to that point. But Kauda Kaudai means tail. Apparuit. Apparuit. Translated exactly as it shows up. He appeared. This is from appareo, apparere, and we're going to get into why it looks like this in a bit. Obesus aum. Obesus aum. This is obviously where we get the word obese from, but also it means fat, and there's another word that means plump, but we'll get to that next year. Rewokawit. Rewokawit. Again, treat this one as a gift. Okay, it means he called back. He recalled. Okay, and we saw that rewoko, rewokare back in chapter 7, I want to say. Pernoctaverunt. Pernoctaverunt. Which means they spent the night. Cross out the have, it just means they spent the night. So this is pernocto, pernoctare, and then we're going to get into why it changes here. Olim. Olim. Olim here means once upon a time, or a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. It has those kinds of meanings. Sometimes it can mean once, sometime in the future too. Legatus Legate. Legatus Legate. Now this means envoy, a legate, an ambassador. Okay. Quid agis. Quid agis. Quid agis literally means what are you doing, but in Latin that can also translate to what's up, how you doing, how you feeling. Mehercule. Mehercule. This means by Hercules. Oh goodness me. Okay. Nisi ero. Now this is interesting. Ero means to wander. Ero, errare, right? But nisi ero means unless I've wandered from the truth. In other words, unless I am mistaken, unless I am erring. Agnosko, agnoskora. Agnosko, agnoskora. This is clearly a Greek word because it has to do with knowing stuff, and also you see the G and the N next to each other. It's a very Greek thing. But this is where we get the word agnostic from. And then the last one there, doleo dolere. Doleo dolere. Okay, and that means to be sad. All right. And then let's see, at the bottom of the page on page 140, there's just a couple more words. Omnis, omnis, omne. I'll teach you how to do third declension adjectives in a little bit. Viator, viatoris. This is a traveler. So one who uses the via, okay, is a traveler, one who uses the road. Vesperi means in the evening. We saw ad vesperascit, so there you go. Fortis, fortis, forte means brave or strong. It's where we get fortify, okay. And then olfacio, olfacera, which we saw before, and that means to sniff or to scent, to catch the scent of. All right, so what I want you to do now is read pages 141 to 143, and then go ahead and do the word study 5, which starts on page 144. Do exercises 1 through 4, okay? And as always, write things all the way out. Don't just do 1A, 2B, that kind of thing, because that doesn't do you any good, all right? Okay, I'm going to hit the button.